Yeah, good morning to you, Craig. A lot to unpack here. We've seen protests across two schools in the city in the overnight and early morning hours here at Columbia University, briefly outside of the president's office, and also at the new school in the West Village. But first, let's talk about that officer's gun discharging while Hamilton Hall was being cleared out by the NYPD. They are going to be releasing more information about that later today. The DA already indicating that that office will be investigating, as it usually does in the case of the discharge. The details that we know so far: a flashlight mounted on top of a gun, an officer, according to the NYPD, accidentally pulling the trigger while trying to use that flashlight, the round striking a wall inside of Hamilton Hall. No students or fellow officers were in any way injured. But let's get to that new video. Overnight in the West Village, outside the new school in Manhattan, we're seeing more protests here. Now the number of arrests across the United States, 2,300 in the most recent round of arrests between City College and here at Columbia University. But also we know that nationwide the clock is ticking as campuses are going to be emptying out for the summer season. The schools are in the final days of their semesters here. Columbia and Barnard going fully remote, including with final exams, as they are now days away from graduation. And now to this newly released video from the NYPD during that police operation where student protesters, along with outside agitators, were removed on Tuesday at Hamilton Hall here at Columbia. 300 arrested between Columbia and City College. The mayor, the NYPD, saying that those outside influencers were inside these protesting groups at City Colleges. 29% of those arrested here at Columbia were not students. 60% of those arrested at City College on April 30th, unaffiliated with the school.
More than half of the people arrested at City College were not from that school, and about 30% were not from Columbia. Those, what are they doing there?
I'd like to think the sort of Columbia student body, doesn't have actually an innate tendency to do something like what happened. It actually makes a lot of sense to me that there were sort of outside people.
And much of what the protesters were asking for was divestment from any of the war activities going on between Israel and Gaza. Columbia, Rutgers, NYU, all signaling that they're continuing to have conversations with students, saying that they want to see if they can provide more transparency about exactly what is invested into that, and also making outreach here at Columbia. They say they want to make investments and donations in health and education in Gaza now. We are live this morning at Columbia University. I'm Kirsten Cole, Pix 11 News. Back to you, Vanessa and Craig.